What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Joe. It's been a crazy week at my house, so I did not put out a video last week, but I did get a lot done around the house. I was able to reorganize my boxes. It's been needing done for a long time, so I finally got that done. Then I also was able to get some lights installed in here. After that, my daughter Aubrey was turning 6 this week, so she wanted a big girl bedroom for her birthday, so we took everything out, repainted the room, and added a couple of things just to make it a little more for her age.
All right, cock-a-doodle! Thank you! You're welcome, boo-boo.
So then after that, my daughter's birthday party was at the trampoline park, and like a dummy, I left my telephone in my pocket, and it is at the bottom of a foam pit right now. I hope it's still there anyways and somebody didn't get their hands on it, but I'm without a cell phone, so stay tuned for the rest of the video and see if I'm able to find any profits without being able to check comps or having a little computer in my pocket. Also, a couple of days ago, my wife's best friend Robin passed away. I don't want to bring the mood down in the video, but I do want to remember her just because she was a great person and she was very kind to my children. Alright, I did actually have a great sales weekend. I think I sold 21 items, so let me show you some of the highlights from that and then we'll go see if we can find any profit. Alright, first thing I sold was this Hilti nail gun. I paid $32 plus tax and it sold for $85 plus shipping. Next, I sold this Pam Grier DVD box set. I paid just under $4 and it sold it for $40 with free shipping, and it'll go medium mail. It is sealed, so that helps sell it, but there is something rattling around inside, which I didn't notate in the description, but it's still sold and it only took about a week. Alright, I picked up this little Porter cable set right here for $5 from the pawn shop. It had an impact drill that I already sold for, I think, $25. But both of these batteries sold this weekend. One of them is good, one of them is bad. They sold for $20 and $10, and they'll go to one address, so I combined shipping on the both of them. But not a bad sale. It's all profit at this point. Alright guys, these right here are fishing molds. They're used to create sinkers and lures for fishing. They were such a great buy. I paid $90 for a bucket full of these, and it also had the little melting furnace to melt the lead with. And they've been selling for $30 to $35 a pop. And I just sold this one, a set of 2, for $55 plus shipping. So what a great buy that was. Keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. It sells quick and for good money. Alright, here's another one. This is what they look like. It is a JR-832. They're made in the USA, and you open them up, you pour your lead in from the top, your molten lead, and it goes in and fills these little jigs. So pretty cool. This one sold for $34.99 plus shipping. I may have overpaid for this little Bosch laser. I think I got 31 and change into it, and it sold for $65 plus shipping. So I still made $20, $25, and it sold in just a couple of weeks. Not too bad. Alright, another one over this weekend. These things have just been flying off the shelf. This one is a JNR-8-1632. Also sold for $35 plus shipping. You guys, I hope y'all are letting people know what you do. This whole box of stuff right here was dropped off on consignment, so they gave it to me, and I'll keep a little less than half of the profit, so not a bad deal. But this Milwaukee battery sold for $63 with free shipping, and this rigid plumbing tool sold for $30 plus shipping, and they both sold within hours, so not a bad deal. All the rest of the stuff is still listed, and it's actually got some value in there, so that'll be good for the both of us. Another DVD. I've been doing really well with these basketball coaching DVDs. This one sold for $25. It took about a month and a half, and I paid 99 cents for it. Again, DVDs are so easy. I ended up taking a $130 offer on my autographed Justin Bieber book. I had it listed at $300, but you know, it was just a decent offer. It was for somebody's birthday again, and I only paid 38 bucks for it, so I was ready to move it on. There was a few listed and not too many sold, and the only one that was sold they took a best offer on also. So you know, there's just no telling what the market is, so I was happy to make a quick flip at 130. Paid $10 and change for this Hitachi battery and charger. This is the bread and butter for me. It sold for $35 free ship, so we'll make maybe 15 bucks or so on it after everything is paid. So that's the bread and butter right there. Easy money. Probably the home run of the weekend is this Yamaha Allegro clarinet. I paid 150 bucks plus tax, and then it sold for $525 plus shipping. And that's it. So I'm going to spend a few minutes and get all that packaged up and out the door, and then hopefully we can hit a few thrift stores or pawn shops today. I am at the first pawn shop of the day now. I do not have a cell phone, like I said, so I won't be able to look up comps at all. So I'm thinking reselling is going to be a little hard today, but I do have one ace up my sleeve, which I'll show y'all after this store. But let's see if we find anything. So this could be a good deal because there's several different tools and batteries and chargers, but without my phone, $100 is going to be a little too steep.
See anything of use yet? So give me a second, let me see if I can find that for you real quick.
I think it's a soft case.
It should be a soft case?
That's what Chris said, but I don't know.
I don't know, because when I grabbed it, it was just on the thing by itself. So.
I think it had a soft case. I think I even might have seen it.
This one's okay.
All right, thank you. Woo! God. All right, guys, check out all this stuff I got. I just picked all this up off a layaway. I don't really need to do layaways on any of this stuff. I would actually just prefer to buy it and take it home so I could get it listed quicker and get it for sale. Sometimes the managers of the pawn shops get me to put things on layaway because they've got goals they got to hit every month. They want to hit like profit margin and gross profit overall. So sometimes they get me to put it on layaway so that it doesn't affect their numbers the current month they're in, and they just push it off to the following month. So that's why I picked it up today. It's a new month for them, and so they can knock out this loss early because most of these items they took a loss on, or if not, super low margins. So I'm happy to get the deals, and layaway doesn't cost me anything, so it doesn't hurt me at all. So I usually do it for them whenever they ask. And like I said, I don't have a phone, so I don't even remember what a lot of this stuff sells for. But let me go through everything. I'm just happy to have something to show you. And you know, reselling without a phone is hard, but let me show you some of the stuff I got. And I believe what happened is I ended up getting half price on all the clearance stuff. So like this one, they wanted $20. They originally wanted $60. It was down to $20, and then I ended up only paying a $10 bill. It's a Craftsman biscuit joiner. I want to say this thing sold around $45. I'll pop up comps for everything as I go, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to 4 or 5x our money on this one, maybe a little better since it's got the case and it's in good condition. This is a snap-on bolt grip puller set. I believe it's all there, but it's all mixed, matched, and loose. So I'm gonna have to put everything back in its place. This sells for around a $100 bill like they were originally asking. Again, I paid half of that, so I paid 20 bucks. But if it's all there, it should be a good deal. All right, I bought this Browning ambush bow. It's broken. I only paid a $10 bill for it, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it. There's not a lot of there's not a whole lot of information on eBay about it. I remember when I searched last time, but it does have the case, and I'll be able to sell the case for probably $40 or $50. So that's why I bought it. Again, $10, so not too bad. And if I can figure out how to part out the bow or something, that'll just be extra. All right, I bought this giant 20-inch Zildjian ZBT ride cymbal. Paid $15. I want to say, let's see, I can't remember, but they were asking $80 originally. So that's probably about what it's worth. Okay, I picked up this little Porter cable combo set. I paid $25 for it. It's got the Sawzall, the circular saw, the drill. It's got the battery charger and hopefully a battery somewhere. I don't see one, so that's not good. But either way, 25 bucks. These should sell for $30 a piece. We should at least double our money. Not too bad. Not too great on that one actually, but not too bad. All right, I picked up this giant Cobalt cordless combo set. I paid $30 for the whole kit. It's got a bunch of stuff with it. Charger, 1, 2 batteries, Sawzall, the circular saw, the drill. It's got a light. For $30, we should do pretty good on that one. They were originally asking $200. I don't know if we'll get quite that much out of it, but 30, 60, 90. I don't think we'll have a problem getting over 150 bucks for it. So that was a good buy for 30 bucks. Alright guys, this thing's really cool. It's a kicker amp. It's got the subwoofer built in, so all you got to do is run your power wire to it and you're booming. I paid just under $50 for this, and if I remember correctly, again, I'll pop comps up on the screen when I get home. If I remember correctly, this is selling with a good sell-through rate around $200, maybe 180 bucks, somewhere in there. But this was a pretty good buy. And just a pro tip, if you're ever unsure of how to test anything at the pawn shop, just get them to test it for you while you're there. They're in the business to sell, and they're ready to sell. They're salesmen, and that's what they're trained to do, so they can test anything they have for sale. All right, guys, I picked up this little Garmin handheld GPS. It's older, and it's kind of rough. I only paid 10 bucks, I believe, for it, and I want to say it sells for around $40. I'll have to double check again. Got this, I think, what is this, a walkie-talkie? I don't even really know. Bought this walkie-talkie for a $20 bill, and I'll be honest, I don't remember at all what it sells for. If it sells for around that $130 mark, that would be amazing. But we'll see when we get home. It's kind of like a treasure hunt all over again for me. But I looked all this up last month, so it should be good. This little Yamaha Mixer, I paid $20 for. I want to say it sells for $60 or $80. These are a little difficult to test, but it was worth the risk for me. It's in good shape. It's got the original box, and it powers on, so I think we're okay. All right, just a couple of more things at this store. This little baby monitor set, what did I pay for that? Paid $23 for this little baby monitor set. I can't remember again what it sells for, but I want to say I'm going to part it out, and I think they each sell for around $30 or $40. I'll have to double check. Sorry, I can't be of more help right now. This thing is hard to see in the box, but it's just a power supply, and it's brand new in the box. I paid 25 bucks, and I want to say it sells for around $175. Hopefully that's right, but that should have been probably one of the better buys of the day. Now, the most expensive thing that I bought out of this haul was this Monty bristle brush. It's just like a paint grinder, I think. It's got several different heads for it, and I literally think it's just an electric grinder. But it's made in, let's see, Germany or Switzerland, somewhere in Europe. Made in Germany, there we go. Paid $280 for this, and I am thinking I can price it around 700 bucks. So we should make $300 or $400 on just this item alone when it sells. So that's the find of the day from this store. Happy to get this home, get it listed, get all this listed. I'll hit a couple of more stores and just see if I can find anything. But y'all, it is so hard to resell without a phone. You know, we are so fortunate to do it in this day and age where we have computers in our pocket. People have done this for thousands of years before us, and they just had to know what was worth money and what wasn't, just from knowledge and off the top of their head. So we're fortunate. I'm gonna hit a couple more stores and see if I can find anything. I do have one more layaway to pick up at another store today, and that's where we're at. Let's go. Y'all, I know my car is small, but it feels good to have a full trunk. Let me roll this cart back inside and I'll be on my way. All right, so I just crossed the bridge into Mount Pleasant. It's one of the more affluent areas around downtown Charleston. I think houses around here cost north of like $600K or something crazy like that. But because of that, prices at the thrift stores and the pawn shop are usually a little higher than in other areas. So it's gonna be really difficult for me to buy anything out of here without a cell phone to research comps and make sure that I'm getting something good or making a good buy. But I have a layaway here that I need to pick up, so here we are. We're gonna see if we can find anything else. I just picked up my layaway, but I did find this Matco impact wrench. They had 180 on it, but he said I could have it for $100. I'm thinking this is going to be a good deal because I'm pretty certain the impact itself will sell for over 100. I'll split the battery. Should be another 40 or 50, and this should be another 40 or 52. So I'm a little scared to spend 100 bucks, but I'm thinking this is going to be a good deal. Alright guys, just walked out of the pawn shop here. This was my layaway. I only paid $2 today, but it cost me $500 for this item. I'm not exactly sure why they had it all together, to be honest with you, because these two grinders, Let's see, Makita grinders would have been sold separate, and everything is brand spanking new, so that's one of the selling points on it. But I got 2 grinders. I have this little die grinder here, and I have this thing that I have no idea what it is, but these 2 pieces go together. They should sell around $800, and then each one of these here sells for around $350 to $400. So it's at 4, 8, 8, 16. So I should have around $1,600 in sales if everything goes full price for a $500 investment. So I can't pass up finding a ton of profit in one stop. Now I did take the leap on this Matco set with no sold comps to look up to make sure that I made a good choice. But this is a 3/8 inch impact, 16 volt, and it's in not too bad a shape. It works great, and these tools are just, they sell so fast. And I've said it before, but green, orange, and yellow are a little more difficult to find than the standard red and black, and so they command a little bit of a premium. And I know that the battery and the charger should bring at least a $50 bill each. I hope. I'll pop up comps when I get home, so hopefully I made a good decision. But I'm thinking $50 a piece each on those, and I don't see why this wouldn't sell for at least a $100 bill. So 200 bucks. So we should at least double our money. I don't see why not. Hopefully. Okay, we're on the north side of Charleston now. This store is the polar opposite of the last store I'm at. The folks around here don't have quite as much money as the folks in Mount Pleasant, but because of that, the prices at this store are usually a little bit lower, and hopefully that'll be a little easier for us to find something that we can resell. Let's get inside here and find something good. That might actually be a good deal. I'm not sure. It's pretty old. It's made in the USA. Not sure. Alright, all I found was this wrestling DVD. I usually do well with wrestling DVDs, so I'm going to pick that up for $1. And I can't stop thinking about this. I think I'm going to offer 15 bucks and try and get it. Hopefully it sells for a $50 bill at least. But it's heavy duty, so I'm thinking it's probably a fair price. Alright, just walked out of the store. I paid 15 bucks for everything, hoping the DVD sells for about 10 bucks. And like I said, I really have no idea, but made in the USA, Black & Decker. Hopefully it's worth at least, Black & Decker Industrial at that. So hopefully that's worth at least 50 or 60 bucks, but paid 15 bucks for all of it, so I think we did okay. Alright, I'm at my last store now. I'm going to run through this Goodwill real quick and then head home. Makes me a little nervous spending money when I can't verify what something's worth, you know, in comps we trust. So since I can't search comps, I'm already feeling a little anxiety about the 100 bucks we spent on that Matco Impact. Even though I think we're okay, I just don't want to find something, you know, that's really questionable and then end up having to buy it. So let's see if we can find anything here and then we'll head home. Hello, how are you? $10 more. What's the price on this thing? Oh, $3.99. Alright, this is definitely going to be a buy. Canister vacuums do really well. This thing's a little rough, but what I usually do is part them out. You'll have the nozzle, the hose here, and then the unit itself, and usually for the hose and the power nozzle I can get $60 or $70, at least 40 or 50 a piece. So for 4 bucks, definitely gonna take a chance on that, so that's good. At least we found something here. Let me find a cart. They have this one too, but it's a lot older, a lot nastier, and twice as much money, so I'm not even gonna touch that one. I'm happy with the one we got. All right, just walked out of the Goodwill there. I did pick up the vacuum. I don't know if it's going to be as big of a win as some of them that I get, but most of the canister vacuums that I've ever bought bring me over $100 bill in profit. So hopefully this one's no different. It was a great buy at $4. I'm confident. So that's a good way to end the day. I got to find some room in my car to put it. And then after that, I'm going to go home and quickly see if I wasted my $100 on that Matco Impact and see if there were any other good wins. So at least we had the layaways to pick up, so I'm glad I bought lots of stuff today. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anything to list tomorrow. But I can't wait to get my cell phone. It should be here in the next couple of days, and then I'll be able to really get back into the swing of things. It's been rough without one today. Alright guys, just got home, got everything out of the car. Super excited to have some stuff to list tomorrow. Lots of profit and all those things I picked up off the layaway. As far as the stuff that I bought blind goes, I actually did pretty well. The Matco battery and the charger sell for actually a little more than I thought, about $70 each. And I couldn't find any exact comps on the impact wrench, most likely because it's green. And like I said, the green, orange, or yellow colors are a little more hard to come by. So might need to check on Terapeak, but I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be able to get $120, $130 for the bare tool by itself. The Black & Decker Industrial Impact, also not a bad buy. We paid 15 bucks and it'll sell for $60 or $70, I hope, somewhere in that range. So we should at least double our money or a little better. And then the vacuum. The vacuum, again, wasn't worth quite what some of the others I've sold are, but for $4, the hose should sell for around $40, the wand should sell for around $40, and the vacuum itself is worth something as well. So killer find there, even though it's not quite as high as I thought it was going to be. Overall impressions are, you need a cell phone to resell. It is very hard to be sure of something when you don't have the comps in front of you to know if it's valuable or not. And it's just a little difficult to spend your money when you don't know if it's going to bring in profit. So I thought it was hard. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that you could resell without a phone in your pocket. It was a fun experiment, and I'm glad I found a few things. Definitely found some profit, so it wasn't a loss overall. It wasn't a waste of time, rather, and really just can't wait to get a cell phone in hand and go out and find some more stuff. Really appreciate you guys sticking around this far. If you made it this long, please hit the subscribe button so you can see more reseller gravy, and appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day.